What's up, guys? This is Soulfat here with Vibrant, giving you a POV of Mythic Sarkareth. The POV I'm going to be showing you is not our kill because my internet wasn't particularly great on the day of our kill, but it was a 5% wipe, which should give you all the information you need to know anyways. We did get Hall of Fame, so that's pretty sick. Alright, so for Sarkareth, at least in 10.1, you're going to want to play Demonology. However, come 10.1.5, I imagine Affliction will likely be the play. Affliction is currently simming better than Demo in 10.1.5, and it's already somewhat viable right now in Raid. This would be the build that you're going to play. Obviously, there's the talent changes coming with Dread Touch and whatnot, but it should look pretty much the same. For Demo, this is the build that I played and that most people are playing. It's the same build that we ran on Neltharion, the Nether Portal plus Cleave build with Implosion, Dreadlash, and Houndmaster Stratagem. You can drop a bit of Cleave and pick up Vile Fiend for a bit more single target. You could even consider dropping 2 points and picking up Shadow's Bite as well for more single target. Our job isn't... We could pad on ads in P2. We really could, but that's not our job, and that's not going to help you kill the boss. For Demonology, of course, you want to have Clash Trinket, you want to have Verity's Fragment, you want to have 4-piece, and you want your double Shadow Flame Embellishment. I chose to run with the Verse Flask just because it's the safest option. Alright, let's get into the VOD here. Again, I wasn't streaming on our kill, sadly. I streamed the first half of the night, but we killed it in the second half of the night, and my internet was being a little weird, so... But this is a 5% wipe we had the night before. Here are the logs from our kill. It wasn't a great pull by me, but we killed it. I also got sacrificed towards the latter third of the fight at a terrible time, so that kind of screws your damage, but we killed it. Most groups have 2 warlocks here because the gateways in P1 are really annoying if you don't, but I'm the only warlock in my guild currently, so it is what it is. Pre-pull stuff, this gateway on our skull marker out here, pretty much every group does that. You're going to let the first 3 bombs drop and gateway out to bait them all on the same spot. Your circle, I choose to put it here. Some people have it in the middle. In the middle will be more beneficial for P3, but you're going to get no value out of it in P1. So kind of just do whatever you think would work best for yourself. This is what worked best for me. Let's go kill it. Oh, excuse me. Same pre-pull stuff. You do lust on pull on this fight, so that's nice. You hope for some procs from Nether Portal. And then we all gateway out there after we bait the bombs. P1 is very damage intensive, so you want to make sure you're on point with your defensives. You pretty much have something for every single point of high damage. First Disintegrate, that's generally good. This first Disintegrate's the easiest to deal with, so guess what? I don't have to deal with it later in the fight. So that's why I have the circle there. It's so I can come back and beat these next bombs with my team. If not, I would have to walk back during Demon Bolt procs, and that can be kind of annoying and inconsistent if you don't get procs. For this first breath, I have to use Dark Pact here. That pretty much covers it, and then if I get a little low, I'll pop Mortal Coil. There it is. It's really important here. As a general note, the range in this fight is 1 unit, and that would have saved us a lot of pulls if we were better about making sure that we were stacked. We got better at it towards the end of our prog, as you naturally do, but that's one piece of advice that will save you probably a good 20 pulls, is just making sure your range is 1 unit. It is important in P1, but especially in P2 and P3, you need to be 1 unit as the range group. This part of P1 is kind of boring, not much going on, but there's about to be more instances of high damage. Pop Dark Pact here for this Disintegrate, and then Unending Resolve into Spirit Link. You want to make sure you're using everything in P1. I'm Mortal Coiled there. I might health pot, but actually I think I held it there. You can health pot in P1 because you'll get it back up for P3. So that's usually where the second Warlock will use their gate. It will be pre-set up here, so you don't have to waste a shard and waste this time here. But you're just sending it out to our moon and purple marker. Something that some Warlocks do, but I chose not to, I didn't think it was necessary, is they'll drop a circle on the moon marker because that's where you are returning to drop off the pools, which is one of the main mythic mechanics of this fight. Every time you go downstairs, you're dropping those little purple circles, and if somebody in the raid walks through them, they are dead. You just want to make sure, same thing as Heroic here, you're gathering your 10 stacks and coming up at the last second. And we're going to send our Tyrant here, but we are saving our second Nether portal until the start of P3. So this is what I'm talking about. We could pad here with the big 18 stack implosion on these ads, but why would I do that? They're going to get passively cleaved down anyways. They're not a big priority because they're going to die. So why not just send all the single target into the boss? And you'll see I just rose like 40k DPS right there. And that's 40k pure single target DPS. I'm going to go back a bit. This here is why you want to be grouped in P1 and or P2 and P3 to bait these bombs. See, we bait the first bomb right there. We're gonna move, bait the second bomb there, and we're gonna move. That it's important in P2, but especially in P3, it's super important. If you don't bait the bombs properly, either the bomb carriers are gonna die from the extra damage they're taking, or people are gonna get extra stacks, and then they're gonna die. That's probably the most important part of the fight is ranged. Something I did there, a little bit into P2, I put weakness on the boss. He doesn't really need it in P1 or P2, but it helps in P2. He definitely needs it in P3 though, so make sure weakness is on the boss. Okay, there's another gateway that we're going to set up here to make sure that after the next dispel, we are all in the same position as ranged. It's just a short little gateway, it doesn't need to be too precise with the position. Then you take it back and we're all stacking to drop these bombs. So I am a bomb carrier, so I get the second set of bombs in P2 and the second set of bombs in P3. That is pretty typical for the Warlocks. Every time you pick up a bomb, you want to have a personal, because it's about a 200k chunk when it drops on you. Especially in P3, it's very dangerous. With this bomb, I'm at 4 stacks, you go down at 10, I'm waiting till this debuff here hits about 6, and that's when I'm heading down, because that'll get me down right before it hits 10, so I can drop both of them on top of each other. With the second bomb here, this timing is pretty important. There's a infinite duress coming out while we're down here. If I get my third fragment before that is dispelled, there's a chance that they could dispel right when I come up and I'll be shot off the edge. So I asked our priest that's handling the dispels to call out when they are dispelling it so I know when it's safe for me to come up. Also, I'm looking at the frames to see when people take a large chunk of damage. I'll go back. So you can see right now how everybody is healthy. That means I know that they haven't taken that dispel damage yet. And right there, that was the dispel right there. So I know I'm good to go. Alright, that's the typical P3 strat. Everybody is going down to make sure that they get the buffs going into P3. The one thing I can say here to min-max damage, you want your circle closest to the middle to be the last circle that you grab, obviously, so there's less travel time for another portal. It would have been great if I had 5 stacks, 5 shards going into this, but it is what it is. So that movement there is incredibly precise, and that is what I'm talking about with the range being one group and coming up and stacking together. So we are stacking on the left side of the X here to bait the first bomb, and then once that bomb is dropped, we're moving to the right. Something I will say if you are using the liquid weak aura is in your, here, I can't even show it. In your liquid weak aura in Sarkareth, in the texts, yeah, in the text, the way that it initially spawns the group soak is on top of everything else, and if I didn't change this, these would be overlapping and it would not be super clear to see exactly when the bombs are dropping, so I recommend going in and switching that up. So bomb is dropping in 0.1 seconds, then we're going to move to the right to bait the second one. There it is, and then we're going to soak this black hole. It's kind of hard to get a decent ramp off there just because there's a lot of movement, so just do what you can. Alright, we're going to have to set up a third gate here. Actually, this is the fourth gate of the fight. This is from the middle of the room over to our skull marker, and that is going to be for the double dispel and gate, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. So we have these 2 people getting the dispels. They're going to stack on top of each other to the left of the gate. I messed up there. I think the dispel was a bit early, and I wasn't listening to the call out, but you get the point there. You're gating the moment that the dispel happens, so you kind of can ignore the knockback. Right here, this is also very important. We're calling right here range group, and I am calling out right here the second set of bombs are about to drop. I have 6 stacks. The druid who is also picking them up has 5 stacks, so we're already taking a decent amount of damage. And you get that 200,000 tick whenever the bomb drops on you. So we assigned externals to myself and the druid here. We have both of our paladins sacking us. So I am calling here sack myself, sack our druid. And I'm also going to pop wall when I pick up this bomb. You saw, even with wall, it doesn't look like I got sacked there, unfortunately, but even with wall, that still chunked me to half health, which is kind of scary. Alright, so your job here as the second bomb carrier of P3 is to drop your shit as far left of the raid as possible. So there is 2 methodologies here. You can either come up early and beat the next hide, or you can come up late after the hide. I chose to come up early. I wonder if I did it on this pull or not. Okay, so I changed things up after this raid night for a kill. I ended up popping my tyrant here on our kill with second pot, because there's no point in me holding it. Like, I guess the only point would be you can more reliably get 10 stacks coming up here, but I just wanted to make sure I got the damage off and that the boss was going to be low, which he was on our kill. He was like 10% going into the final push of P3 on our kill. I think that's just better. Something to be aware of here is the next black hole coming up after this is going to prioritize those with the lowest amount of stacks. So that's going to be myself and the druid because we just went down. And this black hole is usually sacrificed, so I don't remember if on this pull I got it or not, but I know on our kill I got sacrificed, which kind of sucks. Yeah, so there's our druid. Also something to be aware of. If you are a bomb carrier in P3 here, you need to make sure before the entire group goes down, that you soak an extra rock here to get 5 stacks, or else you're gonna die. So that's what I'm doing there. I have 5 stacks. I'm good to go. You'll see what I mean. Okay, I just got that to rest. That's fine. I'm just gonna move to the left so that they can get dispelled and go off to the side. Right here, we have our warrior, our orange marker. He is calling, look at me. He is going to find a circle, and we're all going to stack on him in one of those circles. So he's saying, look, 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 we're following him, and we just stack on him, and if he messes up, that's on him. So now we're down. If I didn't have that 5 stack that I soaked earlier, I would have died right there. Yeah, boss is at 11% here, so there should have been a kill, but we messed up. And it cost us a couple rankings, but we still got Hall of Fame. Okay. And yeah, there we go. None of this goop should have been here. That was because our mages came up a bit early, but we changed that on the kill. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, not a great pull by me, but again, I got a... You'll see it right here. I know Demo Locks don't really do damage outside of cooldowns anyways, but I dropped just because I got sacrificed here, so no imps, no soul shards, nothing when I came back up. We'll see. Yeah, there it is. 619 Embrace of Nothingness, one shot. Solid 3 mil damage taken. Nice. And yeah, so this is that tyrant that I was talking about that you can just send, because this is when we're coming back up with our second set of bombs, so you can just send that, because there's no point in me holding it until right here. I'm not going to get another tyrant off anyways, because the fight ends at 7:30. That's a hardened, pretty much a hardened rage. You either kill the boss or you die. You're not going to get another nether portal off either, so you can send it here with your second pot, you can send it here with your second pot, whatever works best for you. Overall, it was a very fun fight to Prague. I thought Prague felt very visceral on this fight. Like, you could feel that you were progging it, and it felt pretty good. The only bit of advice I can give again is make sure the ranged is incredibly diligent about being stacked. That would have saved us so many pulls and so much headache if we had made sure to do that. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to it. Thank you very much. Have a good one.